Hello, it's late right now and I'm really tired. I don't usually post TikToks at night, but I want to talk about something real quick. I want to talk about feeling alone, especially as a Christian, and not feeling like you can be comfortable reaching out to your Christian friends for support. So, for me, I'm in a very tough place right now. I haven't been posting much because of it, because I don't feel like I'm fit to be really giving much advice or even support in the state that I'm in right now because I've been struggling with a lot of different things. Old life tendencies, faith wavering, different tendencies that I hoped would go away, coming back, and just a lot of struggle recently. So I ask that you pray for me on that, but regardless of it, I've been feeling very alone currently. I haven't been feeling like I can trust my fellowship a lot recently, my Christian fellowship, both in my church or anywhere around me, and I haven't really felt like I can trust people with my emotions in general. I've closed myself off, which is not something I like to do, but I understand the feeling. I understand what it's like to go through this, the hesitation, the reluctance to reach out, so I have strategy towards it. Sometimes you gotta push through fear, sometimes you gotta wait and then find the right opening, or sometimes you just hold it in for a little bit and you find some moment of clarity, whether God grants you it through His Spirit or someone around you, and you push through in that way. But sometimes hope is scarce in these moments. Sometimes you don't find that exact thing that you're looking for, and support falls flat. Sometimes when you reach out to people, you don't get exactly what you wanted. But when you do, hope can come back. Hope can be a thing that you can hold on to again. And then you see that God has a plan for you. Through the people around you, God has a plan and He wants you to reach out to them. He wants you, when the window opens, when you can peer through it, a little image of hope, a landscape of good faith and gracious hope, you can see people who want to help. You can see people, even if they're not very experienced in what you go through, who can have an open ear, or who will ask the right questions, or who will feel the pain with you, bearing the burden, and feeling like they can at least be there for you. And as you pray and read the word through that, there's a lot of good that can be done. So I post this video because I want to call people not just, a call of endurance for these moments, but also a sort of bravery and courage, as well as an acceptance that in this world, in this vast, grand world, there are so many people out there who might not be experiencing what you go through, but could at least be a presence for you to experience support just by an open ear or by validating or anything like that. I have a very unique, at least within my group, story. I was always someone who was a danger to himself and others in his decision making. I was a bully at one point. I made a lot of terrible mistakes and I had to deal with shame and a bunch of guilt from it. And I was also an addict and still am. I still have addictive tendencies, but I'm sober now. I have bipolar. I have a bunch of different things that the people around me don't always share experience in. But these people who are around me, they have ears and they have hearts. And a lot of them have God too. They have Christ in them. They have His image, His example, and they use it to love and support. And I've been recently struggling with trusting that. But they're still there. And they're always there, If you're with them, routinely pushing yourself to get out of your comfort zone, to be around the people you care about, just to put yourself in, I guess, a state where you could maybe get support from them, maybe reach out to them, or maybe they'll reach out to you like I was fortunate enough to have today. You can find some outlet for support. Even if it's not exactly what you were looking for, you can inch closer to that resolution. Allow God to direct your steps by allowing yourself to feel comfortable, even just a little bit, with reaching out and talking to someone. And then open up your word, open up your prayers, and search through the heart there. Find something, because sitting in this isolation, this lonely feeling alone in a world that's already so lonely on the outside, it's a terrible, terrible fate to succumb to. It's not something that's fair for you. You don't deserve to feel that way. No one does. And so I hope for you and I that we continue to push through, that we continue to trust that those who are around us, even if they're not experiencing what we go through, can at least be there as a presence, an open ear, and an open heart to the struggle we go through. And that God is that same thing above all that we can hope and hold on to. Even if it's tough, understand that patience resilience, and perseverance are all needed here, and that prayers must go up and faith must go up as well. From those prayers and from the support that you get from people. Keep that in mind and keep God in your heart. That's all.